Lights are on, heating's on, it must be June out there. Yeah, welcome to nearly summer, and welcome once again to IT Stuff, your monthly technology show about software, hardware, alienation and disappointment.
And the weather.
Yeah, and the weather, obviously.
Dear.
Yeah, we had the weather last month.
Sounds a bit grim.
The other thing that we had last month is that on hold music, and I am particularly disappointed nobody complained about that.
Not even once.
Wow.
I'm sure I complained whilst you were recording it.
Well, yes.
And I complained during editing.
Oh, well, there you go. It was great.
Just nobody important. Is that what you're saying? Nobody important.
Fine. In the studio today, as you can tell, we have Chris.
Hello.
And Dick.
Hello.
And she over there on the swivel chair of authority.
Hello.
And what's in the show this time? Well, we've got data leaks, we've got Windows 10 upgrades, pirated academic papers, poetry, She's World of Stuff, Leeds Hack, the dear old Spectrum, which for YouTube viewers is right there on the desk in front of us. Oh, do you like the keyboard rattle, listeners?
It's not supposed to make that noise. It's supposed to make the noise of sort of rasping dead flesh.
Ooh.
Right, yeah.
I have no idea what it sounds like,
zombie
by the way.
apocalypse, yeah. And to finish off, we've got a bit of the dear old Amiga. Blimey. Right, well, there we go. You might remember last month we told you about a huge data leak. I mean, really huge. 93 million voters in Mexico lost their dates of birth, email addresses, all that sort of thing.
Yeah.
Well, that wasn't a record for long, was it?
No.
In the fast world of IT, well, if you're on LinkedIn, you'll have already been told that the details of 117 million LinkedIn users leaked this month. You got a notification from them, didn't you?
I got a strange. Well, it's not strange. You get this LinkedIn updates every now and then. I had an old account from university a long time ago, so I'm like, ooh, it's hacked. I wonder what my password is because I can't remember.
That's the great thing about these data leaks, isn't it? You get to find out what your old password
Exactly, it's great.
Yeah, and so does everybody else. Yeah. There you go. So 117 million LinkedIn users, probably including some of you out there in New Zealand. Well, that wasn't a record for long either, was it? In the fast-moving world of IT. Someone on the darknet is currently trying to flog, get this, 427 million MySpace logins.
So that's about three real people.
One of which is Tom.
Tom.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, Tom. Oh,
I wonder what Tom's password is.
Tom is
That's
everyone's
gotta be
friend.
news.
I'm sure it's MySpace 1234. Yeah.
Rupert Murdoch paid, like literally billions for that. What a waste. Anyway, there you go. And the login details now cost how much?
£2.50.
Oh, 6 bitcoins.
Yeah, something like that. $2,800. Not so far off of 6 bitcoins, is it?
Yeah.
It's a lot of money for a MySpace password.
That's it. I mean, what good is it? What good is 427 million MySpace logins?
Well, you can find out what's happening on MySpace. I've been wondering.
Oh my god.
Not a lot. That's it. I mean, the use of this stuff is that if you happen to have ignored all the advice that you should have been given since you were knee-high to a grasshopper, and you reuse your MySpace password as your eBay password or your PayPal password, then words cannot describe just how wrecked your bank account is going to be.
As long as you keep that one single email.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So there you go. $2,800. It's an investment, really, isn't it?
Yeah.
Is it true that the top MySpace password is homeless spa?
I saw that.
What's that?
I couldn't work that out. I looked at it and I thought...
That may not be the real password because it's... I mean, I'm assuming this is all like reversing the passwords from a hash or whatever.
Yeah.
So it's probably a different word is the top one, but it also turns into that.
Homeless spa.
Hash collision.
Yep. It's probably a hash.
It's about 1 million people with homeless spa.
It's probably happy birthday, It's probably something like that.
That means that their hash must have been really rubbish.
Yeah, because it's probably just 1, 2, 3, 4 on the keyboard that
Rot
also
13.
happens to be.
Yeah.
Rot 13, add up the digits, XO, there you go.
No salting involved.
Right, thanks for explaining that. I've been wondering that.
Well, you know, I could be wrong, but I think it's a definite possibility.
This is why we have you on every month.
Homeless spa.
The Merry Quips,
Homeless spa,
we could do without your Merry Quips.
No, but if you want to know about Homeless Spa, I'm your man.
Fantastic.
Wow.
There you go. So don't reuse your passwords, people. Have you got that? Don't reuse your passwords.
And don't remember it either, because they
don't.
can hack them out of your brain now.
Well, they can if the bar is low enough, like the 272 million user credentials that were being flogged this month from Yahoo and Google. You tipped me off about this one, didn't you, Dick? Turns out they were 98% made up. It was a scam.
98% made up is almost equal to all the MySpace passwords.
Yeah, well, no, 98%, 200. Dick. You didn't do that well at primary school on the sums, did you? Oh, it was a joke.
No.
Yeah. That
I'm
was...
slow again.
I was saying that MySpace passwords are useless and worthless.
Fine. Oh, then again, you saw that, did you, about Google and passwordless Android logins and...
Well,
Yeah.
They always want to get rid of passwords, but it's like, what do you replace them with? Picture of your face?
Apparently, that's what they wanted to do. They said they wanted lots of small, unsafe, not so secure stuff mixed into a whole person.
Yeah, but then at the end of the day, when they're uncertain, they go, "What's your password?"
What's your password?
And it's like, well, why don't you just ask me for my password in the first place instead of looking at my face?
Or just give me your phone number. I mean, that's the thing that Google does, which I do not like. They want my phone number.
Well, it's phone number or email, you know, and phone number's a bit safer than email.
Well,
really.
yeah, because you get the person, I suppose.
Well, it's not going to work, is it? I mean, this look on your face. I mean, like all these people that use their smartphones on the toilet, you know, straining a bit. It's not gonna.
It's me.
Yeah, it's me. I'm just a bit bummed up.
What you do
bound.
is you just get your password tattooed on your face, and then Google knows.
There
at
you
that
go.
point.
Everybody else would have to like mirror reading it. Yeah. I thought if you're Charles Manson, your password's going to be swastika.
Yeah, that's probably his password.
Or
Yeah.
probably just a heart.
Oh, right, yes. He should get it replaced, really,
Oh my
shouldn't
gosh.
he? Yes. Oh, well, right. On the subject of Charles Manson, a quick update on Windows 10.
Yep, it's still Windows 10, but it's
Yeah.
not Windows 11 yet.
No, not
That's
yet.
the update.
Because it's the last ever version of Windows, apart from the anniversary update that's coming. And Microsoft has announced that the upgrades will cost you money from the 29th of July.
And
They
you will
weren't
be
bluffing.
forced to upgrade.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go. That
Oh my
hit
goodness.
that hit the papers and everything, didn't it?
You're going to be forced to upgrade, and once you've finished, you have to give us money. That's the rules.
Yeah. Their own pop-up screen doesn't even meet their own usability guidelines. Do you see that?
Well, no, they never meet their own guidelines. I mean, they never use their own system calls in Windows either. They have their They have this separate system just for Microsoft code.
Absolutely. What's the point of being the ruler of the world if you can't just make it up and dish it out? You know, like. Anyway, so get a wriggle on, though. Seriously, folks, if you're going to do it, get a wriggle on. Otherwise, it's going to be like hundreds of quid. We're not making this up. It's going to be north of 100 quid, even more if you're going for the Pro variations.
Yeah,
so.
but they're probably just saying that to get you to upgrade to Windows 10. I mean,
Well, I was
do it
thinking-
now, or it'll be £200.
That's
right,
what we all-
£300.
That's what we all thought, yeah, until they actually announced the prices. Oh, boy. Yeah. So, there you go, 29th of July. Seriously, about 8 weeks, get a wriggle on, okay? Moving on, I suppose, as we should, to something quite serious. And you all ganged up on me to include a serious item.
Do we?
Yes,
That is
you don't deny it.
That does not sound like us. Are you sure it was us?
It's either that or it's somebody that's got your password.
Oh, Google.
Or they just used my face?
It's Tom, isn't it, from MySpace?
What? Tom's had a makeover, has he? He's got the pound shop reading glasses like you.
Yeah, and he was never your friend.
No, this is true.
No, Tom is actually artificially created by MySpace from all the users that signed up to them, to the pro.
So
You get
Tommy's
little bits of profiles from everybody's faces. to
some
make
sort of
Tom-
amalgam of all these bands that have been defunct for about 8 years.
Yes,
Tommy's Skynet.
exactly. Beware, Tom.
Right. Well, so much for our serious talk about academic journals. You didn't want to talk about that at all, did you? Okay, academic journals. This is quite a big deal. The general public probably doesn't know much about it, but it's rife in all the universities, and it's been going on for a few years now. So if you're a proper academic, lecturer, assistant professor, whatever,
Researcher, assistant lecturer.
yep, you get your research grants from the government or whoever. You build on other people's work, which you have to look up in the library, and you publish your findings in peer-reviewed journals, right? That's your job. That's what they do.
That's
and
pretty
a bit of
much.
teaching, you know,
Bit of
reluctantly.
writing.
The only problem is that the journal publishers have been chiselling huger and huger amounts of money out of universities and libraries just to, well, essentially it's cent marking, isn't it? I mean, it's what's the word I want? What's that word for them sugar pills?
Placebo.
Yeah, placebo. No,
Sweets.
Oh my gosh.
homeopathy. That's it. It's
Oh.
homeopathic marking
Right.
from the publishers, scent marking with the publisher's special wee that this is good enough for nature, you know, or whatever. And the academics have to pay money through university libraries to look up their own research. They can't republish it. It's all locked away with copyright. But this is publicly funded research. So, what's been going
I
on?
believe it's piracy.
I bet
You don't
that's
call
a-
that piracy. You call
Duh,
that
duh,
donations.
Yeah, that's a dirty word for it, isn't it? Yes.
Liberation.
Yeah.
So they've got a nice big pirate server, haven't they?
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
and it's called what's it called?
Sci-hub. Sci-hub for everyone
Sci-hub.
out there.
There you go. We would tell you the domain name, but the publishers have been chasing it down and getting it shut down and starting it up and whack-a-mole.
So
And
you have to
and-
Google it.
Yeah, you have to Google it basically, just like the Pirate Bay Shuffle.
Pretty much, yeah.
And the academics, bless them. Well, you can tell us about this, Chris, can't you? You like this. She, what am I saying? She, you can tell us about this, she, can't you? Because you've got, well, you've all been hassling me about including this in the show. I haven't
You're
researched
making
it.
this up. I don't know what's...
Well, apparently there's a special way of requesting academic papers from each other. Students, researchers, journalists, citizen who's interested or curious. You just go on Twitter and you give the paper that you specifically want, and you put the hashtag Can Haz PDF and your email address, or an email address that you have access to. So someone will have the paper, they will send that to you through the email address, and you will delete that tweet so it doesn't exist.
Oh, right.
So there's no trail, supposedly. But yeah, this has been going on since 2011, which is when the hashtags came up, which is also the same time, well, same year as Sci-hub, that
Right.
has been formed by this person from Kazakhstan. She's Alexandra. I can't pronounce her last name. Elbakian.
That's why I didn't put it in the script, if I'm honest.
But yeah, apparently, how Sci-hub works is that researchers, scientists, and all that donate their login details to publishers, so you can then so all the papers are being downloaded all the time, and the server hosts and all that are donated via Bitcoin. So again, it's all very digital and good.
They're really well organised.
It's very
aren't they?
organised, yeah.
These are educated people.
Yeah, educated people. But yeah, sorry, the Can Haz PDF was started by a scientist, an actual scientist. So it wasn't a research student looking to pirate some stuff. It's actually an actual proper scientist going, I need a journal, you know, because people from third world countries trying to do a research paper or whatever, they have to find references, and one paper can end up costing them $1,000 just on research papers, and that's just crazy. Considering,
Considering that this is all stuff that's already been paid for with public
money, yeah.
So the public has to give public money for the research, and then they have to give more public money to a library to give to the publisher to make access to which is then controlled, and it's all locked away in logins that only universities have.
Exactly, and the archive is like old, like more than 28 years old. So the 28 years worth of paper is just sitting there waiting for the publishers to collect money on royalties, whatever.
It's like paying to go into the library to then pay to use the rubber books that you've already paid to pay for.
Exactly, yeah.
And we're talking Games Workshop prices.
Okay.
Oh yeah, crazy prices.
Not
like
pound shop.
$30 for one paper.
Wow, that's an expensive PDF.
It's a very expensive PDF.
Yeah, when it's an academic that's rolled the whole thing, probably even done his own or her own typesetting.
Exactly.
Yeah. On the maths as well. Yeah.
So on Sci-hub, there's about 51 million papers, and every day,
wow,
there's a new mirror up because people are just downloading PDFs, and then one comes down, another pops up, so can't stop them.
Yeah, excellent. Did I see something that the EU or the Netherlands was making moves in the EU to mutter how publicly funded research should be publicly available? There's the same sort of thing going on in the States as well. There's political lobbying going on.
Yeah, the
about
researchers and journalists are all they're standing with the pirates. So the only people that are profiting from this are the publishers, obviously, and no one else. So
because it's so expensive to hold a PDF.
Yes, huge databases, PDFs.
The best part about it, I saw, apparently Can Haz PDF has got its own Wikipedia page.
It does.
Does it have a blockchain?
Pretty awesome.
Oh dear.
Everything has a
Don't
blockchain.
start on the blockchain. We did that last month and got nowhere with it.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, well, okay. You could only be listening to IT stuff. Coming up, we've got She's World of Stuff, we've Leeds Hack, and we'll be remembering the Spectrum and the Amiga. But now it's time for Poetry Corner. Some Google thing has been doing some neural network stuff with poems because, well, no reason. Yeah, because reasons. So, anybody else want to read this, or am I going to have to do this tripe?
She is a published poet.
It was just that. Oh my god! Just because I have a haiku published when I was about 9.
Wow,
That's a long time ago.
awesome.
Yeah.
So if I hashtag I Can Haz poem.
I just give it to you for free. It doesn't cost anything.
Yay, oh, fantastic. Okay, right, well, okay. This is absolute tripe. Are you ready for this?
Go on then.
I'll rattle through it quick. He was silent for a long moment. He was silent for a moment. It was quiet for a moment. It was dark and cold. There was a pause. It was my turn.
Are they playing a board game?
I'll say it sounds like D&D.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are. It's just like the real thing, isn't it? It's flaming awful. If you can compose yourself there, it's time for She's World of Stuff.
Oh,
Hit the
dear.
jingle.
I thought that was really awesome. Anyway, what's in my world of stuff this month? Apparently, Project Ara, or Ara. The modular phone is in long development by Google. Developer model this year, release in 2017. But it's not what we are expecting. The frame will have a non-modular processor, screen, etc. And it won't reboot the phone market like that.
Yeah, it's a bit disappointing, isn't it? I mean, I've been dying, like last 5 years and more development.
It is, yeah.
I want that so much.
So Project Era, not that modular.
So what is it? You change the case? Is that it?
So it's
You
like,
change, you change the
pretty much,
bits.
yeah.
it's
You
like
get
a
to
Nokia.
choose the colour.
It's a Nokia.
Yeah.
Yeah, you get a nicer camera if you stump up for a nicer camera. That's about it.
That's pretty much
it's
it,
not
yeah.
like I wanted, more memory. Oh, yes.
Yeah,
No.
no.
Nicer
Sadly.
processor. Yeah. No. Oh,
All
boy.
denied. Phone Blocks, the original person, I think Dave Hacken from the Netherlands, he's the one who came up with the concept of a modular
Right,
phone
right.
and made that viral video about a modular phone and stuff.
Yeah.
But it was just a concept. It wasn't going to come true or anything. He was just putting it forth that maybe someone out there might do it.
Yeah.
And then Google came and shat on everyone.
Like you do.
So he's made a blog post on his PhoneBlog's website, and you can read all about it. Why this is not so great, if
Not
you're
so
interested.
modular.
Yeah, not so modular, sadly. The next one is Microsoft is dumping its ex-Nokia phone staff. Hopefully, more cheap Chinese Windows phones, preferably Intel. But isn't Intel ditching the Atom?
Well, yeah, but then they get cheaper, don't they? As soon as you stop making them, they get suddenly cheaper. So there'll be a big glut, and then there won't be any. But there will be a big glut of them being really cheap
And popular.
and popular.
So it'll tide us over 18 months,
Yeah.
won't it? Yeah, that's okay. Right, okay. Yeah, I wondered what you meant by that when you emailed me.
No, it's because all of those sort of cheap tablets, they get like a special license for Windows. That's how they work. So they don't have to pay the magical Windows licensing fee. But that doesn't apply to phones, because obviously Microsoft, because they have a phone department and all of that sort of stuff. But
Used to have.
yeah, but if they're going to sort of step away from that, they might sort of push towards sort of a cheap phone licensing deal for these people as well. That's what I'm betting on. And then at that point, you'll just get these sort of cheap Chinese Windows phones, won't you? That's it. That's my expectation for the future, is
I
that
see.
Microsoft stepping out of the phone market means the phone market is going to get more Windows.
Future predictions from you.
Prediction for the year.
Yeah.
Yeah. Finally, Samsung's smartwatch patent application spotted. Projects onto your hand or a wall, and you can tap the image. So
Yeah.
that seems interesting, but not sure when that will actually come true.
Okay.
Seems a bit annoying, really, the idea of...
What, tapping on your hand?
Yeah.
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 You might as well just be wearing a pair of phone glasses, or possibly in your shoe. One of those shoe phones. Don't
Oh, you
get
mean
those.
from
Yeah,
Get
from
Smart.
Get Smart.
Isn't that what people are supposed to do when they're giving up fags? Is tap the back of your hand or something?
How does
make
that
the
work?
craving go away.
Just press the ear.
Really?
Yeah.
Does that work?
I have no
That's
idea.
It distracts you. You're
I'm
like,
not an
I really
addict.
want a fag, and then you're like, no, I don't. That's how it works.
Yeah, okay, fine. Well, thanks, She. Moving on. Right, next up we have another of those little podcasts from last year's Leeds Hack. This time, our chum Brian is interviewing our other chum, Alice. There's a pro tip for you, listeners. Right, the best bit is going to be where Brian trips Alice up with a trick question about Sundays. Right, so listen out for that one. Here we go.
Speaking to Alice, famous for the Linux user group in Bradford. And what project are you doing?
So I'm working with the real-time train data at the moment. I'm looking at interesting trains going through Leeds train station.
Where do you find this real-time train data?
It's a website the guy runs that pulls in data from all the different providers he can find. And he's got an API which I can hit to get in the data I
And
need.
the URL?
realtimetrains.co.uk.
And so you use the API,
Yes.
and what are you actually doing with the data?
I'm doing some summaries on it, and I'm just showing what's going through Leeds today and doing a bit of comparison to what's going through Leeds yesterday, in the hope that we find some interesting trains which don't run very often.
And then you intend to put the information on the internet?
Yes, I'm not a designer, so this website looks pretty terrible at the moment.
Use WordPress.
But well, no, I need some templates to integrate it with.
Right.
It's all written in Ruby, but
Right.
yeah, it needs a bit of design work, but it's mostly there.
So is this picking up national railways? It's not just in this area?
I've hard-coded it to Leeds just to keep it simple.
Yes, to start
But-
off with, obviously, yeah.
But there's
And then
no
you can
reason
scan
it
over-
couldn't
scan over the lot
work.
then.
Yeah, there's no reason it couldn't work for every train station.
Right, and when you put this on the net, would you make this so that it's running on the fly, or would it run and then just display the information for the day?
First time somebody hits it for Leeds for today, it will pull in the data for today, and then it will cache it, So tomorrow comes along, somebody comes to the website, it will cache it the first time that somebody requests it.
Okay. So looking at the interface you've got here, you can choose between the actual operators, such as Virgin Rail, is that there?
Yep, GR.
Oh, that's GR, right, okay. And the origins of the trains, so you've got them come from Aberdeen, blah, 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 to York. And then the final destinations, again, Aberdeen to York. And then down at the bottom we've got something else, platforms.
Yeah, the platforms is a little bit buggy at the moment because trains tend to change platforms
Exactly,
at short
yes.
notice.
Yeah.
I'm not taking any of that into account, but the rest of it is working quite nicely.
Well, how does it work out though for, you say if you compare yesterday to today, but if yesterday was a Sunday and operating to a different Sunday timetable,
Again, this is very simple.
But eventually you'll compare Sunday to Sunday, wouldn't you?
Yes.
And then, but as far as Monday to Friday is concerned, it would be Tuesday compared to Monday.
Yes.
Yeah. Do the trains ever change, for example, say Monday to Monday? Would you check a Monday against a Monday, or would you check a Monday against a Friday?
In Leeds, I don't think there's any trains which vary throughout the week, but there are certain trains which will run only on a Friday.
Right.
In some rare cases.
Yes. Okay, well, thanks very much.
Nice one, Brian. And now, to finish the show off, let's go retro with a huge plug for Feral Vector in Hebden Bridge. This is June the 2nd to the 4th, and Chris and she, not necessarily in that order, are going to be running a, get this, what you call a Spectrum Piracy workshop.
Yeah, it's our heritage. You know.
Yeah, right, okay, fine.
Oh my gosh.
You okay? Are you're actually borrowing one of Dick's
this will be
toys?
here. Yes, this, you know, we've got some authentic technology sitting around us, just so that you get a feel for the 80s.
Literally.
Yeah.
Go on, do it again.
Ooh, tactile.
Yeah.
But it's going to be a sort of arts and crafts, because I mean the thing about what we're going to do is, because to pirate Jet Set Willy, you see, it came with this little copy protection card, which was just this mass of colours. So we're going to sit them down and tell them to copy that. That's what we're going to do. It's going to be all colouring pens.
Awesome. Yeah.
It's a heritage
I'm
experience.
all in favour of that, keeping people quiet. Yeah. Adult colouring books.
Adult colouring in. It's all the rage at the moment.
All the rage.
Yeah. This is like just a really hard one.
You're not going to be able to type on the Spectrum, because I've tried that and it's impossible.
Yeah.
Because she's so used to a normal QWERTY keyboard.
All right.
It's just slightly off somehow.
It's a little bit off, but this one will be fine. It's the rubber keys. You can't do the rubber keys. You don't know where your fingers go.
They were awful, weren't they? Ugh. Okay, well, that's fantastic. So that's feral-vector.com is where all the details of that are. And it's Hebden Bridge, and it's June the 2nd to the 4th. One more thing to get out of the way then, and we can all go home. Hurrah! Chris tipped us off. Last Tuesday was International Amiga Day.
It was, yeah.
Thousands of old people polish their classic joysticks.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Good job you said that, Chris, or we'd have missed it. It'd been just another Tuesday.
Yeah, you didn't get the card or anything, did you?
No. Anyway, here to close the show is the Amiga Day 2014 theme. We missed it by 2 years, didn't we, really?
Oh, my God.
There you go. So, ta-ra!